What's going on? My name is Donnell Miles, and as you already know, I'm going to be giving you the latest cryptocurrency news as it comes out first. So make sure that you guys like this video, comment below, and let me know your thoughts. First things first, this is not financial advice, and you should seek a licensed professional whenever you're investing. Now, understand that cryptocurrency is extremely volatile. Now, jumping right into it, the markets was crashing. I'm talking about doing something crazy in the past week. You're talking about the whole cryptocurrency space lost about $300 billion last week, Wednesday, as Elon Musk tweeted that he is no longer accepting Bitcoin. Okay, and you can look up articles online where he talks about that. But as you can see, Bitcoin hit a low of almost, $33,000. But today we're back up to 37,000 plus. And same thing for Ethereum. Ethereum went as low as $1,900. Those are the top two cryptocurrencies. Now, understand that we're back up, 0.7% in the last hour and 3.5% in the last hour for Ethereum. But as you can see, we are still doing what the market, what I call is a correction. Do I think that the bull market is over? No, I personally don't believe so. I think that we're just getting rid of all those weak hands, all those paper-handed people who are, jumped into something without researching. We're getting rid of, getting them off the train ride, and everybody else that's holding on for dear life, which is called hodling, holding on for dear life. We're going to see something parabolic here by the end of the year. Now, as we know, some of the biggest gains came last year, 2020. But if you remember, such as Bitcoin went as high as $64,000 and Ethereum went as high as almost a little bit over $4,300. Now, this is what I want to tell you. There's so much manipulation in the market right now. You have to pay attention to the narrative. What I want you guys to understand is that they're going to paint a picture that they don't want you to believe in, okay? But in the meantime, they are buying. For example, they hating in public and they buying, okay? They buying behind your back. Now, let's go straight into this article from JP Morgan. Y'all already know he owns the Chase Bank. On May 19th, they came out with an article. Newsweek said JP Morgan reports investors abandoning Bitcoin and going back to gold as crypto deteriorates. With that being said, y'all, okay, he's trying to say that, many of his clients, he felt like the institutional investors are abandoning Bitcoin and returning to gold. Okay, like, dude, what are you even talking about? He's saying over the past month, Bitcoin futures markets experienced three steepest and more sustained liquidations since the Bitcoin ascent started last October. And that's what JP Morgan is saying to investors. Listen, I'm going to show you exactly why they're saying this, okay? Now, as we scroll down, it says the market for Bitcoin has been dropping steadily since May 12th, when Tesla CEO Elon Musk said his company has suspended vehicle purchases using Bitcoin. The entire cryptocurrency market experienced a $300 billion loss that same day. Now, do I think that Elon Musk is manipulating the markets? I honestly want to say that I don't know. I don't know, because Elon Musk is, he names himself the Doge father, right? And he's standing behind Dogecoin. He's working with the Doge developers to make Dogecoin the people's currency. He's trying to get it to have smart contracts. He's trying to lower the gas fees. He's trying to make it more, have more use cases for being used by businesses and these institutional investors. He's trying to make Bitcoin better. And I really do believe, I know he tweeted last week that he said that he does own Dogecoin and he will never sell his Dogecoin, okay? With that being said, keep in mind with this article right here, JP Morgan put out on May 19th that he thinks that everybody's abandoning Bitcoin and going back to gold as a cryptocurrency. Now, like I said, last week, if we look at the calendar, that was on the 19th, okay? That was last week, Wednesday. Last week, Wednesday is when we saw Elon Musk was, putting out how he felt about Bitcoin. Then JP Morgan dropped this article. They are wanting to FUD you out of the market. What does FUD stand for? Fear, uncertainty, doubt. They want you to doubt that Bitcoin is going to become, the new tomorrow. They want you to be scared. They want you to, don't have belief in what you already researched. Listen, if you research something, its use cases, that it is going to change the world. Just like those back in 2010 when Bitcoin was 5 cents, they researched what Bitcoin was and they knew how it was going to change the banking system, and they got in early. And those that got in early, they are now billionaires, millionaires now. Don't be like those people with weak hands who are listening to what they're putting out to the media, because guess what? The media can put out whatever they want. They can put out whatever they want, but you have a choice of whether you listen to it or not. Moving right along. So JP Morgan puts out this article, right? And look, back in April 26, 2021, this year in April, JP Morgan Chase poised to offer Bitcoin fund to wealthy customers. So, last month, you trying to offer Bitcoin to wealthy customers. Oh, but this month, you telling people that, oh, everybody's abandoning Bitcoin and going back to gold. What? You got to pay attention, y'all. Do not pay attention to what they're saying, but more so what they're doing. Y'all, JP Morgan has his own cryptocurrency. He has his own cryptocurrency that he used at Chase. You can Google it. JP Morgan cryptocurrency. Are they going to tell you that? No, they don't want you to know that. Hey, I got my own cryptocurrency. Listen, don't pay attention to what they're saying. Pay attention to what they're doing. JP Morgan has decided to give some of his customers what they want. The company is setting up an actively managed Bitcoin fund for well-heeled clients, CoinDesk reported. Sources told the news website that the Bitcoin fund could be rolled out as soon as this summer, and that the New York Digital Investment Group would serve as JP Morgan's custody provider. Y'all got to pay attention. Okay, the bank's move into the Bitcoin market is an unlikely one. Early in the year, as the price of Bitcoin skyrocketed, JP Morgan analysis called the cryptocurrency a shaky long-term investment. Crypto assets continue to rank as the poorest hedge for major drawdowns in equities, with questionable diversification benefits as prices so far above production costs, while correlations with cyclical assets are rising as crypto ownership is mainstream. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop listening to what they're saying. They're saying, in fact, Bitcoin would have to rise to a value of 146,000 for its market capitalization to equal total private sector investment in gold via exchange traded funds and bars in coins. Listen, if you don't believe that Bitcoin is going to hit $1 million by 2030, you're sadly mistaken. You need to do more research, okay? Look at what is the purpose of Bitcoin? A store of value, okay? You're talking about a deflationary. You put your money in the banks and you keep your money in the banks. Listen, you're going to have to worry about inflation. They're talking about inflation right now. So you keep your money in the banks, guess what? And this is not financial advice, but the more you keep your money in the banks, the more money you lose. Why? Because of inflation. They're going to up price everything. So when you go to take out money from the banks, you're taking out $50, but you only got 40 because the price of chips and milk and water or whatever and rice has gone up $1 or $2. That's why people are trying to get cryptocurrency to be what it needs to be, because we don't have to worry about that. Their cryptocurrencies was meant, just like Ripple, XRP was meant to bank the unbanked. Okay, you're talking about there's places in Africa that don't have banks. They're trying to bank the unbanked and make the transactions easier. If you try to send money overseas to a family member, you're gonna have to worry about how long it's gonna take. This person have to approve it, this person have to approve it, and then it gets sent out. When you're talking about cryptocurrencies and these banks using systems such as the Ripple, XRP, okay, which is the top 5 cryptocurrency right now. These banks, PayPal, you got Western Union that's signing with XRP. You have to become knowledgeable in what's going on, y'all, and you can't sleep. Read between all of this crap, okay? Now, JP Morgan is doing all that. Now, like I said, last week, guess what? Cryptocurrency dropped $300 billion. The whole cryptocurrency space, but guess what? Look at this article that came out today. Bitcoin whales accumulated 122.5 thousand Bitcoins amid latest market mayhem. All right. What does that mean? That means when Bitcoin dropped to 33,000, what is a Bitcoin whale? A Bitcoin whale is someone who owns 10,000 or more Bitcoins per. You talking about a coin that's right now at what? 30, 30, 40,000, and you're buying 10,000? That means you got some money. You're a billionaire. These Bitcoin whales accumulated over 122,000 Bitcoins. What does that mean? That means they bought the dip. They're trying to scare you out of the market with that JP Morgan freaking article. And what did that cause you to do? That caused you to sell. That caused you to sell, because there's two things that's going to happen in the cryptocurrency world. Whether you're trading stocks, futures, bonds, it don't matter. You're going to have buyers and you're going to have sellers. So if you're selling, guess who's buying? The fucking billionaires. Excuse my language, but y'all got to understand. Why are they buying? They're causing you to sell by telling you, hey, nobody believes in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trash. Go back to gold. Go to silver. Why are you buying Bitcoin? It's going to fail. And that caused you to sell. Okay, Bitcoin was at $64,000 and it dropped all the way to 33,000. So guess what? When you sold your Bitcoin and you believe what the articles were saying, guess what? Guess who was buying? The billionaires. They manipulated the market to cause it to fall so that they can accumulate more. And the thing about cryptocurrency, nobody knows who's buying what, because they have something that's called addresses. So you can buy Bitcoin right now and nobody would know, hey, Donnell Miles bought 10,000 Bitcoin, because it's an address. Okay, when you buy on these, whether it's a centralized exchange, okay, or a decentralized exchange, nobody knows who bought what. All we know is this wallet has 10,000 Bitcoin in it. Who does it belong to? Nobody knows. Okay, nobody knows. But they're telling you right here who bought it. Billionaires who told you to sell. Pay attention to what's going on. Okay, pay attention to what's going on. Now let's talk about cryptocurrency adoption. Banking on crypto. Most people don't like cryptocurrency because they know that it's trying to kind of replace the banking system. In my opinion, I don't think it's trying to replace the banking system. I think it's trying to better the banking system. And you got people who, you got to understand, if you're not trying to be informed in today's society with what's going on, you're going to be a slow leak. It's going to be 10 years before you start investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum and all these cryptocurrencies. It's going to be 10 years. And guess what? I'm going to be a millionaire because I started investing last year. And I think that I'm late. I think that I'm extremely late. But guess what? Better late than never. I guarantee you, when this next wave, when this next parabolic move comes, I'm going to be right there. I'm going to be right there waiting with my bag, ready to go. Because guess what? The adoption of crypto assets will transform the financial services industry, okay? It will change it. How banks compete in the digital world has forever changed due to growing market acceptance of crypto assets, the rapid advancement of cryptocurrency technology, and the at-scale participation of financial institutions in the crypto market. Understand that the institutionalization of crypto assets continues to accelerate even in today's turbulent economic environment. Mainstream adoption of these technologies is largely driven by 4 forces. Okay, this right here: increased regulatory clarity, growing interest, the acceptance of stable coins such as USDT, USDC, central bank digital currencies, a robust ecosystem of commerce centered around crypto assets. Y'all got to understand that it is, it benefits from trust, transparency. Okay. The crypto asset adoption, continues to rise among both retail and institutional investors. Listen, if you're sitting here saying, oh, it's risky, listen, never invest what you can't afford to lose. That's the first rule of investing. The second rule of investing is understand what you're investing in. Understand what you're investing in. And if you understand it, and if you see the use case, and if you see the value in it, who cares if it drops below 30 cents? When you invest in cryptocurrencies, you have to ask yourself, if this cryptocurrency drops, if Ethereum goes from $2,000 to $10, will I still keep my position? Will I buy the dip? You have to ask yourself that, because cryptocurrencies is extremely volatile. Okay, three banking segments stand out for their profit potential. Okay, brokerage services, yield generation, i.e. crypto borrowing, lending, and staking. People are already doing this. People are already borrowing cryptocurrencies. If you're talking about what is that platform? It's going to come to me in a minute, y'all. But there's a platform that allows you to borrow, lend, and stake. You know, I'm staking my Ethereum right now and making money off of it. And you're talking about the APRs, the annual percentage yield being above 6%. When you do those CDs and all of that stuff, your APR at a bank is probably 0.05. You're not making no money with that. We're in the business of making our money work for us. Listen, PayPal in November 2020, PayPal launched services to enable customers to buy, sell, and hold crypto assets, including Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Ethereum. PayPal's move was followed by another large payment provider that added a stablecoin infrastructure company to its network. Wider implementation in banking is the next step and will soon be underway. You have to pay attention. You're talking about bank systems. We're not talking about no Target or no Walmart. Banking systems that run everything. Every time you get a loan, you got to go to the bank. Every time you get a car loan, you got to go through a bank. And you're talking about one of the largest institutions implementing cryptocurrencies. You better get on board. You better get on board and start researching. Listen, I'm gonna close this video out. One thing I just wanted to tell you guys that, listen, pay attention to what they do and not what they say. Again, if you pay comment on this, let me know your thoughts on the mainstream adoption. Let me know your thoughts on Bitcoin, Ethereum. Tell me what you're holding and tell me what what's your top 5 cryptocurrencies. Let me know. Give me feedback. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.